What's going on, guys? Brian here, and I've got a quick game of Team Deathmatch for you on Quarry. I wanted to apologize to you guys. I didn't get online at all today, today being Sunday, and I didn't do my usual live stream today. I really just wasn't feeling that well from pretty much most of the day. I got up around 10 a.m. and probably by noon I was just ready to go right back to bed. As I've been having some problems with my stomach recently that I really haven't mentioned to you guys before. So I figured, what the heck, let me tell you about it and just let you know what's going on with me in that department. Because there may be some days or some nights where I'm not quite myself. And, you know, that really has been the case for probably off and on for the past month, a little over a month. It was about 1.5 to 2 years ago when I first started having, I guess, stomach problems. Out of nowhere, I just started getting these really sharp, acute pains in my stomach and abdomen area, to the point they were hunching me over, and I was leaving work early often because I just couldn't deal with the pain. It was making me so uncomfortable that I went to the doctor relatively quickly, and he sent me over to a gastroenterologist, and they did a, what the heck was it? It's not a CAT scan, not an MRI, an ultrasound on my abdomen area. Because one of their initial thoughts was maybe I had gallstones, and they were telling me that that was the case, that I may have the need to have my gallbladder removed. But after I did the ultrasound, they really didn't see any signs of gallstones, so they sent me to have an endoscopy done. And I honestly don't even recall what the results or the exact medical terminology for the results of the endoscopy was. But they basically just prescribed me a pill called Nexium. You might remember seeing commercials for it, a few years back. They used to call it the healing purple pill, something like that. But I started taking that pill, and I did start to feel better. I took that pill for several months, and actually my wife was prescribed that same pill too, but her symptoms were entirely something different. So I was getting pretty much the indication that that was like the drug du jour to start to prescribe to everybody, even for various symptoms, regardless of what your actual issue may be. They were prescribing that to almost everybody at the time. So I took it for several months, and then I started to wean myself off of it. I went from taking it every day as prescribed to taking it, every other day, to only a couple times a week, and then eventually I just stopped taking it. And for the most part, I was fine, probably for the better part of over a year. And then a few months back, my stomach started bothering me just a little bit here and there. It would act up for maybe 2 days and then go away. Come back a few weeks later, act up for a couple days and then go away. Sometimes it would somewhere between like 2 weeks to 3 weeks to a month at the most is when I was having these little intervals of pain and discomfort in my stomach again. So, I mean, I put it off, I figured it was only a couple days, and I just dealt with it as I usually do on my back pain, which you guys are familiar with. I've mentioned to you guys several times before that I have back problems as well. I mean, don't get old, guys. I mean, my grandparents, everybody else used to tell me, don't get old, Brian. Well, it's kind of something you can't avoid, and the older you get, the more health problems, I guess, that start to crop up on you over time. But I've gotten used to most of them by now. But so the stomach pain was starting to get more frequent, and I'm a guy. I mean, I don't go to the doctor unless I'm bleeding out my eyes and ears and I'm borderline on my deathbed. So my wife finally did talk me into going to the doctor, and I just told him what kind of symptoms I was having, and basically he just prescribed Nexium for me again, saying based upon his thoughts and opinions that it should help me and should solve whatever issues I'm having. Except for the fact I've only been taking it now for about 5 weeks since I went to the doctor and I started taking it every day again. And for the first month I was taking it, I was pretty much in pain in some, at times, a decent amount of discomfort almost every single day. Nothing I couldn't, where it was unbearable, because like I said, I've gotten pretty used to being and dealing with a decent amount of pain and constant discomfort on a regular basis. Between like I said, the stomach issues I had before and also my back bothering me. So it really takes a lot for me to realize or admit that something's wrong and just not deal with it. I mean, I know that's not the wisest thing to do in the world. You ignore a problem like that and it really doesn't go away. So a lot of times it just gets worse. But so finally, over the last, I don't know, week and a half to 2 weeks, probably last week and a half or so, the pain has gotten a little bit more manageable. It hasn't been as consistent, but it's still there, and you know, it still bothers me sometimes at random times. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and it's already bothering me. Sometimes it kicks in the afternoon. You know, sometimes it's in the evening. But like I said, it's not as bad as it was for the previous month. But I think I'm just reaching the point where I am going to have to suck it up and go see the gastroenterologist again. I said, I just really hate going through all that stuff. I really don't want to have another endoscopy done. And part of me just doesn't want to really know what the hell the problem is. I mean, I think it's just a guy thing. We just rather suck it up and deal with it. It's not a thing of being macho or anything else. It's just, I don't like doctors. I don't feel like going and getting all that stuff done and having tests. And I said, getting an endoscopy done, they knock you out and they put that tube all the way down your stomach and with a camera, I think, and check everything out. It wasn't an overly pleasurable experience. I mean, it wasn't that bad either, but so I think I'm getting to the point where I am going to have that done. Because like I said, today I just felt totally out of this. I wasn't feeling good. When I normally would be live streaming or playing this afternoon because I'm watching an Eagles game tonight, like I said, I just went and laid down in bed for probably like 3 hours and just slept. And like I said, I just really haven't been quite myself. A lot of days it just affects me more than I like to admit it does. And it just keeps me from doing the things I want to do. A lot of times, even when I'm just sitting downstairs watching TV, it gets pretty uncomfortable. And a lot of times I come up here to sit down and work on a commentary or just something I want to talk to you guys about. And I just really can't get started. I just, can't get myself going on it, and because I'm just really not feeling that well. Like I said, I'm just really not myself at times. I said, if any of that may really make sense to you guys. And I was sitting here, better part of the afternoon, so I finally went to go lay down around I think 2:30. I had a couple ideas for videos in mind, and I just couldn't bring myself to actually start working on any. I was just sitting here. I really didn't feel like playing. I wanted to do a live stream, but if I didn't feel like playing, I'm not going to do a live stream. So, like I said, I am going to try to work through it. So, like I said, I do apologize. I hope you guys can bear with me. I hope you understand. And, if anything changes, if I do go back to the doctor, which I'm probably going to have to do soon, I'll keep you posted on what, the results or what they tell me the issue may be. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to all you soon, and I hope you have a good one.